Hey guys, what's up? So I went to bed at 8:30, right? I woke up and I was like, oh, okay, it's probably 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. because that's usually what my body automatically wakes up at. So it was 10:30 and I'm like, well, what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna work or I'm gonna clean. What else is there really to do? And my kid's home and I have to bring him to school in the morning, so I can't go out and do anything. Um, so I was thinking of doing a video about how to quantum shift into a different paradigm shift, like a quantum jump into a different paradigm shift, if that makes sense, of your desired reality. I was going to do that. And how to alchemize energies and manipulate them so they work out for you to manifest what it is that you want. Okay? Like you're a wizard with energy. Everything is energy. So, but then what happened? How did it even happen? I don't remember what it was. I was watching one thing about how time is fake. I mean, yeah, how the debunk of it, how they say we have to, you know, sleep 8 hours, work 8 hours, that's 16 hours in your day, take that away from 24. It's like, they said, then you don't even have time to spend time with the children. It's they debunk it. So you don't have time to do anything else because they just want you to be on a programming of a 9-to-5 job. Yeah. So it was so cool. So anyways, I don't remember what it was. I think it was, no, I can't remember. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about was, they say that there's two different kinds of, I remember what it was. Okay, I remember now. It was a video of a guy and his girl, and they were out to lunch or whatever, and he had to pay. And, he's counting his money, and, he doesn't have enough, And so she just, hits his leg and, under the table, gives him, 20 or whatever amount of money he needed. And he looked at her and smiled, and she smiled back, and it said on there they're calling this girl a goat on the internet. And I'm thinking, I paid for it. Yeah, that's really cute, and that's how you should do it. You shouldn't just be like, oh, here you go, and totally devalue your man. That's how you should be doing it. Or if you are the one that is paying, you too know who's paying. The waiter, the waitress, they don't need to know. So usually you would give, your man the money, even if it's yours. It doesn't fucking matter. And it gives them a sense of security, safety, loyalty from you, especially if you don't have enough money in your wallet and then she gives you some, she's not judging you, nothing. So when I saw that, there's two different kinds of guys that are in that kind of whatever. And you can also categorize them, but it doesn't have to be as a grandiose and a covert narcissist. But again, they don't have to be. It can just be characteristics and traits that they have within themselves because of the dynamic that I'm going to explain. Okay. You have a grandiose narcissist, and they feel like you and everybody else in the fucking world owe them something. So it's you're expected to do that. You're expected to be the one that pays. You're expected to do this, that, and the other one for them because they are the best thing in the fucking world. They don't really feel like that about themselves, but they're going to present themselves off like that because of their insecurities. And they don't want you to know their insecurities, so they present themselves as, I'm the best thing ever. And, some people can really charm you into thinking, even though this person is a shitbag, they can charm their way into anything. Oh my God, my ex can do it so well. So crazy. Like, I was talking to my mom and I was like, why did you let him do that? She's like, I don't know, he just does it so well. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, he does though. Like, it's true. But I know when he's fucking debunking. Like, I know when he's being bullshit, which is all the time. I was going to do something about how, you know, you can be the narcissist's like worst nightmare too, because I am. I'm a super empath and they can't fucking get a response out of me, like whatsoever. Like whatsoever. And if they do, it's not the kind that they want. It's me saying, hey, your kid doesn't want anything to do with you anymore because you were stealing out of his piggy bank. It's not me flipping out going, you're a piece of fucking shit. Da, da, da. I even called him a name out of fucking everything. Actually, I'm not going to say that on here. But so I wanted to kind of like break down each kind of like guy figure in that kind of situation, right? You have the guys that feel like, you know, you owe them something. The world owes them something. I feel like those are the ones that have more mommy issues than daddy issues, father issues, mother issues, whatever. Because, you know, the mother could have coddled them, their mother could have spoiled them, you know, and made them feel like they didn't have to work for anything, that, you know, they could do this, they could do that, and like it didn't matter what the fuck they did. You know what I mean? Like my mom and me more than likely will always say yes to my kid. But it's stuff that you can say yes to. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not like he gets everything he wants. It's simple stuff like, can I go do this? Can I go do that? And it's like, yeah, like, why not? But the other day, I didn't feel good. And he wasn't supposed to be with me. And I was like, not yelling at my mom, but I was just like mad about the situation. And I'm like, he always gets what he fucking wants. And I want to pick him up. And I want to bring him home. And da-da-da-da. And I was like, and if we keep saying yes to him, he's going to feel entitled. He's going to think that he doesn't have to do anything, or he can never fucking hear no. Just like his fucking dad. You know, his dad actually did hear no a lot. I think what his problem was that he had to find something or somebody or make people not say no to him. That's what, you know. I did everything. But that's the thing, like, I feel like there was times where he'd be like, let me have the money so I can give it to them. And I'd feel like I'd give it to him, but I'd be like, because I understood, but at the same time, it's like, but you don't pay for anything. And you're taking the credit, which, whatever. If it makes you feel fucking better at the end of the day, fuck you. You know, whatever. But to make it look a certain way, the way he did, that's what was pissing me off. Or that's what bothered me to with all of it. But then you have the other kind, which is the more covert, the shy, the more, you know, whatever. I feel like there's a middle one where they can be shy, but they're fucking loud, and they don't think that they, you know, they think the world owes them everything, but they're quiet. Like, and they can, like, mismatch in the other, you know, because I know somebody like that. Anyways, but then you have the ones that are embarrassed for a girl to do that, and their ego and pride can get in the way of the relationship. So, you know, you can see that they're struggling, not even struggling, maybe their money is just like not, they don't have their money, they left it at home or something, so they don't have the full amount, and, you know, they're starting to feel embarrassed and this, that, and the other thing, and, you know, you go and slip them the money. Now, instead of feeling grateful for your girl, you can get mad at her for, you know, or you can get jealous at the fact that she has the money. You can get mad at her for the fact that she has the money. You can feel inferior to her, inferior to her because she had the money. And you didn't have all of it. You didn't have enough, you know? And those are little things that you start resenting your girl for, and she is there to support you and help you because she loves you. So you have these two kind of guys, you know, and you can look at it from either point of view. But you do have the men that will get jealous, you know, because you do have the money that you can slip them. And then they're also going to be mad that, like, you're giving them the money to make it look like, you know, they're good enough. How do I say? You're the one that gives them the money so they can look good and feel respected. So it's like they're relying on you for that. That's how they're going to look at it. Rather than, you know, I just left my money in the fucking car and I can pay her fucking back when I get in the car. You know what I mean? But she'll be like, no, it's okay. Then that also shows that she has money and she doesn't need you. There's so many fucking ways to look at it. But these is where it comes from. The one that's more jealous, the one that can't really cope with the fact that a woman, your girlfriend or whatever, wife, it's more of a jealousy of they don't need me. They have more than me. They're superior to me. You know, they're more successful than me. Whatever that is, whatever their fucking them problem is, because you're not even trying to do any of that. You're just there to be their girlfriend, support them, and be there for them, wife, whatever. And it can be the other way around, husband, wife. So I believe those are daddy issues, okay? The other one that feels like they're entitled to fucking everything, I feel like those are more mommy issues. Obviously, it can be both. Obviously, it can intertwine. Obviously, roles can switch. But what I'm going to say is, I've already said it. The one with the mommy issues, the one that can't take no for an answer. It's more like a coddling. You know, always getting a yes. Maybe like your mother would always say yes to and your father would say no. So it was like also against another guy thing to feel superior than them, especially when it came to competition with your girl. The other one I feel like is daddy issues, because they weren't allowed to have feelings, or they would have been a pussy. You know what I mean? Like, they had to have the money. They had to be the provider. They couldn't take help from anybody else, or they were a loser. Like, so when you have your girl helping you like that, you're being inferior to a woman. It's kind of like you're a provider, they're the housekeeper. You know, like that kind of dynamic where it's like, we live in the fucking 2024, like 2024 now. Like, we're not in the 1800s where, like, you know, the woman stayed home and took care of the fucking farm and the fucking chores and the children, the cooking, and, you know, all that. Like, no, like, there's working women out there that provide and help the family and help their husbands or boyfriends or whatever as a team. But when you are being told and you're brought up your entire life believing that that's the dynamic it has to be, and so when you're getting help from the women, it's like you would go home and smack them. You know what I mean? Like, if they beat you, it's like you would get beat for trying to help them and putting it underneath the table to insult them. You know what I mean? Like, insult them that, oh, you just assumed that I didn't have it. It's like, but I saw you didn't. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But I was just watching it and I was like, why is she a goat? Like, I fucking paid for everything. Everything. His phone, his clothes, his drugs, unfortunately. You know, his cigarettes, anything that he wanted. When we did go out to eat, you know, all that stuff. But then the thing is that he has huge mommy issues. Now, you come into fulfilling a self-prophecy, okay? Mommy issues is more like you want to complete some reason you don't feel loved by your mother. You or you did feel a lot of love for your mother, but something happened. Or you could, this is like the middle one. This could be the middle one too. But you could also just have like both kind of whatevers. So like you could have like your mother that coddled you a lot, but your dad that told you to be fucking a man, but like you were being nurtured so much by your mother, you were kind of more on the feminine, like emotional side. But like your dad's telling you like, okay, we're gonna go hunting, and it's like you don't want to do that, like, but your dad's like, step up, you're a pussy for having those emotions, don't cry because you just killed a fucking cat, you know what I mean? Like, so those are two different kind of things, but it's like when you have daddy issues, want to fulfill that, you can meet a girl or whatever where you're trying to be accepted by being that man that you wanted to fulfill the shoes that your dad wanted you to. So if a girl, especially a girl, that they're supposed to be providing, that they're supposed to be doing everything for, you know what I mean? That's insulting to them. That's not helping. That's insulting. And even behind closed doors, like, I think, like, if they needed, oh my God, if they needed to pay bills and you were like, oh, take this out of my purse, that would be like a fucking smack in the face. And it's a pride and ego, but that comes from childhood when it comes to down to what I was saying, and the mommy ones, you have too much emotions, but you have to hide them. So like the grandiose comes out of the explosion of not getting what they want. And that comes from the fulfilling of they feel loved by getting what they want, because that's the fulfilling prophecy of what they needed from their mother. And they could have had a good relationship with their mother, but then their mother turned into a drug addict down the road, or picked a guy over you, and your dad and them like got divorced. You know what I mean? So like that's the difference. The way I look at it, it makes sense. And that's what I'm going to go by. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. But, like, it was just so cute. And I'm sitting there like, I mean, I haven't had a lot of boyfriends. And I haven't had a lot of boyfriends that have ever paid for anything. I've always been the provider. It took me a lot to actually learn how to be a girl and let guys do things for me. And I still haven't really done that because I haven't found a guy that is not good enough, but I haven't found a guy that measures up. Not even to my standards, but my standards to where I won't settle. Like there's things that like are on my list that like, it's like, if you can't do this, and it's a problem, and whatever, like it's a deal breaker, like I can't date. But like I had to literally like tell myself, okay, like when you do start dating, when you do find somebody that you like, you have to let them be the man. Like it's like you kind of have to like pretend you need help with stuff. I couldn't do that with my ex because he was high. And honestly, he really didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And I knew how to fix everything. I knew how to put everything together. Like, I didn't need help with electrical, like, technology stuff. Like, I'm the man for everything. So it's like, if I know how to do it, I would probably just do it. But, like, if you need help with something that you know they can do, like, or like, taking in the groceries, like, you gotta make them feel like they're your superhero, and they protect you and this. But when you don't have a man that does that, and they expect to feel respected from you, it's like, but what are you doing to make it where I can make you feel respected when you're not even here, you're not around, you don't take care of, like, you don't pay for anything. Like, what am I supposed to respect you for? You should be fucking respecting me as the masculine. You know what I mean? Like, you're a fucking pussy ass bitch. That doesn't mean you're feminine because of that. I'm just saying. And I'm like kidding, kind of. Crap. At the same time. But yeah, what time is it? it's only 2 in the morning. I don't know. There is a lot I could do, but yeah. But yeah, so that I feel like should really help with a lot of people. They might not understand that, and that they're, they feel embarrassed and insulted by you rather than loved and supported and living as a team. It's more like, no, I, me. Even if it's for them just providing, it's like, that's not how it works. And then the other one, it's just you work for them or they expect you to pay, you know. But then give them your money under the table, so it makes it look like they're the ones that are paying. Mommy issues, daddy issues. Also, if you were shown off as a kid, like, oh, isn't he the best son ever? He's so handsome and he gets good grades, and but then maybe you grow up and like you're not doing as good in school, and then like your mom like starts telling you that you're stupid. Anything. You can make so many dynamics up, but I made the point of what I meant. 21, 20. So that's it, guys. I hope you have a good day. I don't even know what I'm gonna do it myself. Maybe I will still do the quantum thing, and I'll do some tidbits, and I'll work on the website. I feel like I should clean, but I really don't feel like doing active shit. I could though. I don't know. All right, my baby boy. My baby boy. Look at him. He heard me say, look at him. Did you hear me say, look at him? Look how pretty he is. Aww. Look at him. Look at the baby boy. Oh, God. All right. Well, say bye, baby boy. All right. We will see you later. You want to cuddle? You want to cuddle? Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.